Hi everyone, it's Angelica Allen here. I am a wellness and lifestyle expert and I help people to make small changes that make into a massive impact in their health, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. I'm here today with Sandy Wu, and Sandy is a leading transformational wealth facilitator and a business cash flow strategist. Hi Sandy, how are you?
Hi, Angelica. I'm so grateful to be here with you today in your beautiful home. And thank you for inviting me here today. And yes, I am cash flow strategist. I've been working in the corporate for the last 10 years and I'm qualified as a CPA, and also I am passionate about helping women and empower women to find their financial power within them as well, because it's so important. I've seen as mom especially, and we felt disempowered into the process about our financial journeys within us. And so where I have started with my journey, it is when me and my partner bought our first property. At the time, my thought is I need a 30 years home loan, and I will need to eat instant noodles for the rest of my life in order to do that. And that's why I got into the cycle of burnout for myself, because I always think I have to work hard, I have to be in the corporate, and that's the only way of living for us as well.
Yeah.
So that's where we had started our journey, and from that on we thought, why not try something new? And that's why we got into investment property, trying to save a bit more. But the more we save, we feel the more broke we are at, because saving is not possibly the best way when we're trying to manage money. And we also have to think about outside the box what we can do as a family to build the wealth journey.
Awesome,
Yes,
yeah, and I think that so relevant what you've just said. I think the reason why we're here is just to connect, our beliefs around money and our financial status and our financial situation with stress. Stress is one of the leading causes of
Yes.
chronic diseases. I for myself, I know that I always say 30% of my cancer was related to stress, and I think that that is not stopping. Even the younger generations are suffering from that as
Yeah.
well, and I think it's so important for us to recognize that as an important part of our lives, and how can we heal that and make and potentially look for how we can find a different path if whatever path we are, it's not working for us.
Yeah, and I definitely suffer from burnout, and I used to not eat. I thought I can just be superwoman out there and go on for not have breakfast and then hardly have any lunch until 2 o'clock, and then all of a sudden I can feel this pain, and then excruciating pain actually in my stomach, and then I thought, what is going on with me? And I said to my naturopath at the time, I was thought, go and see a naturopath instead of normal doctor. And my naturopath actually said to me, is nothing I can do for you, because you are actually not doing yourself a favor, not eating the right food, and you putting us on the constant stress as well. So, and that's why at the time I felt definitely I didn't have any money with us. We just bought our first ever property, and then I was in a burnout stage with myself, and it just seems everything is not in the right track.
Wow.
Literally. And the bottom, I think the lowest point in our life, it was at the time when we were only in a 6-figure salary between both of us, but we go on our first ever trip to New Zealand for skiing. We thought, woohoo, that was the best trip of our life. But in fact, 5 days before we actually got on the trip, going to exchange the money, we discovered we only have $500 in our bank account.
Wow.
And we thought we were living our best life, but our body was not going in the optimal level, as well as our bank account's definitely not in the best shape. And because we are so unconscious with our spending and so unconscious we have decision for our body, and at that moment in time, and I think when we come back from the trip, and that was when me and my partner had a conversation together, we say we need to work this out, what is going on in our life, and that's really shaped us to go on this discovery journey, and for our health, for our life, and also for our money as well.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And then talk through, so you were an accountant, obviously only working with numbers, very kind of, the mind, works in a very kind of, 2 + 2 flow, but then you realized that you needed to start going down to a different path, right? And then you started studying a little bit more the psychology behind the human being, right?
Yeah, so when I first gone to uni, I have the psychology degree, but so much so I feel there wasn't really getting help, like just really counseling with people, so I kind of like give up on it. I didn't feel there was much a need even for myself to go on with it. But then because of that, bottom line we have hit, and then we start looking for more and more answers, and that's where we go on a lot of investment seminars and trying to discover this mindset journey. And a lot of times we go into the seminars, we thought, oh, someone can give us the magic formula, please do. I just want to know that, because I'm an accountant, I want to know the number, I want to know
the KPIs, what do I need to do?
And also for my personal as well,
Yeah.
right? And then what is the practical things I can get us to go on and become and being not broke and being a millionaire one day, right? But in fact, when we going through these seminars, we discovered this one thing in common, and also through our thought pattern had a switch as well. Is actually a lot of people actually all these Tony Robbins, all these seminars out there actually talk about mindset.
Yeah.
That was the number thing to have also shift within us, is our mindset, and to making sure we consciously weigh our thoughts in the first place. And if we're not being conscious about where we are at, and isn't that, nothing's gonna shift. Like all these practical things out there, go and invest this, go and get making sure we have another investment, not just investment, like income streams for us, but because we live in such a scarcity, we will never really take that first step in the first place. And that's why about 5 years ago we start understand a bit more about our minds, and we start thinking about, well, how can we help others? So that's when we start we got in and start NLP and become an NLP practitioner, and as well as a hypnosis last year as well. So through those two powerful work, and also we have done some healing work ourselves as well. Between me and my partner, we are a Reiki practitioner, so all this healing work have combined, and through my work I have put all this together as believing people really should work within from the inside and out. And as Tony Robbins have said, 80% is really mindset and 20% is strategy.
So here you were like thinking that you were going to solve one problem, which was about money.
Yeah.
And then the whole mindset shift came you to, it's all about, working within yourself, your personal growth, and, really trying to kind of move your beliefs and into a different direction.
Yes.
And how do you, when people come to you, they were like almost like the old version of yourself, right? Come to you, I just want to, earn more money, or I'm earning 6-figure salaries and I still haven't got any money left in my account. Do you see like a common pattern, for people that come to see you all the time?
Yeah, it's quite interesting. A lot of especially startup business owners, what I speak to, as one thing is they don't really believe in what they can charge in the first place. It's so interesting. They think because they are in such a startup stage, they think, oh, why do people want to pay me for it? But in fact, it was so much so they have all this past experience. They need to recognize for themselves and knowing there's actually enough within them. There's nothing more, nothing less. So it's really the pattern come down to is the enoughness.
Yeah.
I am enough. That's best affirmation I normally give to my clients, and understanding where they are at as well. So is unleash that inner genius within them, rather than always seek the external proof or external new things out there to actually change whatever they are.
Yeah, that's
Right
healing,
now.
right? That's healing. That's like healing right there. Just you saying to yourself, I am enough, like within, like healing your energy, healing your inner self,
Yeah.
to believe on yourself and what you're capable of.
Yeah, exactly. And also healing the past trauma as well. Because so much so we took on someone else's belief even we turn 6. So we pick up most of them energy, belief, money, energy, belief, and also our behavior has come before 6 as well. So much so we're healing the trauma when we're associated with money when we're at a childhood
Yes.
stage as well.
Yeah, that is so relevant to what you're saying that. And I think it's so important to recognize that, right? Because we just think that, when you're going like myself, my healing journey, just, money wasn't my priority because I had to heal my physical body so much. And then I went into healing my emotional self, and then money was part of it. Money was definitely part of it.
Yeah.
And I think it's so important for us not to connect just money to the physical, like just money, having money in the bank and having, but it's just like our relationship with money, right? Because that is what creates this stress, right?
Yeah. And I even say as go far as the quality of life depending on the quality with your relationship with your money as well. Because if you're already doing what you love every day, you're probably already making some really good amount of money and you've been grateful of where you are at. So you already have joy and happiness within that as well. So if you're hating your job and you got out there and you're probably creating all this resentment towards your job, and this stress probably comes out straight away out of it, and that's directly harmful to your health. So that you can see, that's why I said with what I said, the quality of your life, it really depends on, and also had a direct reflection on your relationship with your money as well.
So how can you help people, Sandy? Can you explain to people that are listening out there, how can why would they come to you? How can you help them?
Okay, so why do I first thing we looked at when I talked to the startup entrepreneurs is really looking at where they are at right now. Where the number one is why do they do what they do, and understand the value behind it as well. If they don't really understanding why do they do what they do, a lot of times they just go into a vicious cycle of keep going, and that's where it lead to into physical body is the burnout, and also in the mentally is they actually going and keep going for the, it's great they keep going for the next one, but to what point for them to stop and give themselves a break, and that's the not enoughness is coming in for their mindset as well, and they always have to look for the external approval, and also the approval from others, or even perhaps if they are such a high achiever, that's great to know, but at the same time they need to take a break for themselves as well, because if you don't have your health, is you don't have the wealth within you, really.
Yes, that is so true. And I think I suffered from that big time when I was in the corporate world, and I still, now that I have my own business, I have to constantly remind myself that it's okay for me to take the weekends off, or it's okay for me to stop working at when the kids go to bed, and I'm constantly having to remind myself that obviously I have to do that for my health as well.
Wow.
Yeah. And if there was somebody like let's say the old version of yourself, somebody's in the corporate world, working out there, perhaps like with a husband or a partner, and they're earning a good salary, but still they haven't, they're left with not much savings, they don't know how to manage their money, and they are also feeling stressed, like also feeling that they are not creating that good relationship with money. Is that the kind of people that you can help as well?
Yes. So I think the first thing is really looking at the patterns. What are the behavioral patterns here? So if they're always what is the money, I don't know, we call it money triggers as well, and what trigger them to go and overspend the money, and what is the trigger that sits behind, and also the belief sits behind it as well. So it could be, when we are talking about it, I have to talk about high achievers. Perhaps I have to be, I've seen so many of us that I have done that in the past, is to be, I need to work in my corporate job or in my business 24/7.
That's not a good pattern, is it, for your
Yeah,
health?
so
Definitely.
not a good pattern even for your business, because you actually constantly need to work in your business, and you are the only one driving the business forward as well. So,
and also if you're working corporate, I have to answer all the emails, at night. Like, we don't, like you push yourself to, I have to be on all the time. I have to, and at the end of the day, it's your job, and, like you don't have to be on 24/7,
Yeah, and understanding what is the reason, understand what is your thought patterns behind that as well. And it means money have to be work hard to earn. You have to work hard for your money. I think that's so important. You understanding what is the reason and what is your thought patterns behind that. If so, I can show you guys perhaps a quick technique.
Yes, perfect.
Literally is a 1-minute exercise for you to be. First of all, you need to consciously aware about what your money belief to start with. That could be associated with a lot of people think money is evil. You have to work hard for money. Money is only for rich people, and that are the so common belief in with money. And once you recognize that, there's a simple exercise. I call it pattern interrupt for your thoughts, because just imagine you have a negative thought, and that lead to one and the other and the other and the other, just like this big snowball is going bigger and bigger and bigger each time. So how can we stop this thought moving forward? It's replacing the word money with energy.
Awesome.
Yeah, because energy is everywhere, and money really is the energy sits behind that. And what is your story behind that, with that associated with that piece of paper or that piece of gold coins or whatever that means to you for money, right? So therefore, let's replace money word with the energy word. So let's say we just talk about money is evil. Can we talk about energy is evil? How's that sound for you?
Yeah, that doesn't sound right.
Yeah, because
it doesn't sound correct at all.
Yeah, because energy is literally everywhere. It's all surrounding us, and the good thing is we are living in abundance of energy as well. So that is same as money.
Yeah.
We're living in abundance of energies. So therefore, let's replacing all those money belief with the work of energy. Then you can actually really stop yourself going through that rabbit hole where we just talked about.
There's snowball, so you stop going down to that snowball, because it's not true, right? Energy is not evil. So you stop that.
And let's try the second one is you have to work hard for money.
Yeah.
You have to work hard for energy.
Yeah, again, that doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
Yeah, and we can't literally live without energy.
No. Yeah, and it's not something that you have to work hard on. It's not accurate. Yeah.
Yeah, and one last one I'm gonna talk about is money is only for rich people. Energy is only for rich people.
Yeah. Again, doesn't sound.
It doesn't sound right. Yeah, so just have a play. That could be a really fun exercise.
Yeah.
We don't have to be too serious about where we are at, and it is 1-minute exercise to really testing the temperature where you are at.
And just acknowledging, like I said, right? Acknowledging where you're at and your patterns and your behaviors and how you feel, and I think that is definitely the first step to true healing, definitely.
Yes, and I think it's so funny when we talk about, you know, money. We always think about just numbers and just, you know, on the Excel spreadsheet, or we have to be all talking to accountants about this. But in the actual fact, healing your relationship with money is pretty much like you healing the relationship with your body.
Yeah, with everywhere around you as well, everything around you.
Yeah, right? Yeah, it's so a miracle, and I think it's only the beginning if you recognize where you are at right now with your relationship with your money, and then and how can you release that. And I actually have a free meditation I'm going to offer to all your viewers, and then we're going to post the link in for you guys, and you guys can go in and just download that. It's actually a 10-minute MP3 audio, and you guys can actually have a money reset exercise as well.
Beautiful.
So,
thank you so much. I'm sure everybody listening will appreciate that.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm so happy to.
Yeah, thank you so much for being here. That's awesome. I think that's going to be really helpful to people who perhaps, you know, want to heal their story, you know, their money story, and heal their relationship with money.
Yeah, because I feel at the time I did not have all these tools in place. I just feel if I can help one person at a time, you know, one person at one time, I just feel I have able to contribute
definitely
to someone's life as well, and that's what I'm strongly believe in.
Yeah. So yeah, feel free to obviously listening to the audio that we're going to put down on the comments below, and also to do this exercise at home and play around, you know, with somebody that you trust as well. Will be, I think, you know, that's definitely, I'm going to be doing that. That's awesome.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Yes, that's awesome. Thank you so much, everyone. It's Angelica Allen here. I'm a wellness and lifestyle expert, and I help people to make small shifts in their lives that will make into a massive impact into their lives physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Thank you.
Thank you.